Do you want to know about the PlayStation 5?
I would like to know about the PlayStation 5.
Okay, can I ask you a question? You've got a PlayStation 5.
Do I?
When was the last time you turned it on?
Last night.
Shit.
We were playing Abe's Odyssey, the new one, Soulstorm.
Oh, what's it like?
Amazing.
I have to play PlayStation 5 vicariously through you.
Yes, pretty much.
Because I'm one of the many millions of people that can't get one.
Yeah.
And despite the massive shortages in PlayStation 5s, the Sony CEO has published their shareholders that the PlayStation 5 will not just be the best-selling console ever for Sony, but in its first year will achieve more than 22.6 million sales, which is more than any single year that PlayStation have been sold. So the record currently is the PS1, 3 years after its release.
Yes, 98, wasn't it?
98, and it reached 22.6 million units sold.
That was,
and they reckon the PS5 is going to eclipse that, even with the shortages.
Yes, but in the second year.
But in its first year, they still think it'll outperform every other console's first year.
Yes. So, what they're saying is exactly that. So they think the PS5's first year, which we're coming up to at the end of this year, will still be better than any other Sony console in its first year.
And again, that was the PS1, around 15 million.
Something like that.
14 million.
And then the second year, they expect the PlayStation to outperform any other's greatest year, which was the PlayStation. The last best one is the PlayStation in 98 with 22.6 million. So they think it's going to, overachieve that.
I was really surprised when I was looking at the sales graphs, those two graphs, the console's first years and the best years for each console.
Yes, yeah.
I also knew the PlayStation 1 was legendary, but I had in my head that the PS2 had sold more.
No, the PS1 is the best-selling console of all time.
See, I thought it was the PS2, and I don't know why.
No. I think the PS2 did really well.
It did.
In certain points for sales. But in terms of overall, the PlayStation 1 dominated everything ever released.
And I was equally surprised that the PS3 sold so few comparatively.
Yeah, I wasn't too surprised by that. I mean, I did buy a PS3.
Yeah, I think I've had 4.
I think I bought a PS3 roughly when it came out, I think. I can't remember when it actually came out. Hang on, let me look.
2007.
2007? When did the PS4 come out?
2014.
Oh, wow. I was way late to the game then. I bought a PS3 at maybe like 2011, something like that. So I was way... Did they do a PS3 Pro?
They did.
Or is it a V2 or something?
They did a V2, a slimmer version.
That was it. I got the Slim, PS3 Slim. That was the one I got.
The original one that I've got in a room next door, the fat version they call it now.
The fat.
Was backwards compatible with PS1 games.
Yes.
Weird. Not PS2.
Yes, yeah.
So they did what the Wii U's done. They had... You didn't get to choose, but it side-loaded the PS1 operating system when you put a PS1 game in. But only in the fat versions.
Yeah, not in the Slim.
But they inherently, especially early on, had massive problems, I think, with overheating.
Yes.
There was a component, I can't remember exactly, there was a component issue.
Yeah.
Which is why everyone was really cautious at launch, because there's all these horror stories. A bit, not as bad as the Xbox horror stories, but it was up there.
But yeah, so it didn't surprise me too much that the PS3 was a bit less than expected.
There's some things I definitely remembered with the PS3. One, that it was a loss lead. Every sale lost money because the component prices were so high.
Yeah, so high, yeah.
And two, I thought it did a lot better because it was a sales mechanism for Blu-ray players.
Yes. Yeah, that's one of the reasons I bought it.
Yeah, and people were buying it because it was a Blu-ray player.
Same with the PS4. Yeah. I mean, and this is where people are going to get, they're going to be like, oh, Andy, what are you doing with your life? We bought a PS4 Pro pretty much just for the Blu-ray player.
Andy, what are you doing with your life?
Exactly. I mean, we played one game on it.
Really?
Yeah. But what I can say is successfully, we bought the PS5.
Yeah.
And we have actually played multiple games like Red Dead and loads of other stuff on it.
Oh, that's interesting. I didn't realise you played Red Dead on the PS5.
Yeah. It's a PS4 game, but we played it on PS5, yeah.
I wonder I've not seen how different it looks.
exactly the same. It just runs better.
Yeah, but I don't know if it was
there's no
moved off.
No, there's no like PS5 patch or anything to like
that's a bit
upgrade it. Yeah, it's all right though.
It's a good looking game anyway.
It looks great and it just runs more stable on a PS5. Do you know what I mean? Like you're gonna get better FPS or whatever.
Yeah,
but
true.
The PS4 like it's got a install base of over 100 million people. So
incredible.
And that's why they're still releasing those.
Yes.
Like, oh look, it's on PS5 on PS4 because no one's got a PS5 yet.
Yeah.
All the scalpers have bought PS5s, so they've said, yeah, we've sold loads of PS5s, but no one's buying any PS5 games because it's all the scalpers buying the systems. Yeah. So that's why they're still selling games for the PS4 and new games for the PS4 because that's where everyone's got a system that are going to pay money for games. And
to be fair, that's not a new problem for Sony. That happened with the PS3 and PS4. Even up until quite recently, people were still buying PS3 games, mainly in the used market.
Yeah.
But people were still buying PS3 games to play for the first time.
Yes, yeah.
That's why there was such a backlash at Sony switching off the servers to certain PS3 titles.
But they've changed that now, haven't they? They've
and then they went back and did it again.
Yeah.
So they changed their mind.
Yep.
So about 6 months ago, they were going, we're switching these servers off.
Yeah.
It's been
maybe more recent than that, I think.
It might have been. Because I remember the talk in the used market was like, oh, get your PS3 games now because I'm going to shoot it.
See, you're on the PS3 side, I'm on the Vita side as a handheld collector.
Okay.
And they said the same thing. They said PS3 and Vita stores going down.
Yeah.
And PSP. They said you're never going to get them again.
Yeah.
Everyone backlashed. And then they're like, okay, we're still dropping PSP store, but you can have the Vita and the PS3 back.
Okay.
So all's well within the world.
Yeah. But the game servers, so any network enabled game, all the big ones, GTA 5, PS3 servers being switched off.
Oh, right. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I understand that. But as long as you can still go onto the store, buy games and download games you've already purchased.
Yeah.
Fine, because there's so many single player games or local co-op games.
Yes.
I understand they've got to shut the servers down for multiplayer. They need to focus on the new stuff. Yeah. But the fact that they're keeping them open to be able to download those games, just imagine if the Wii U, like we were just saying a second ago,
if they switched off the
just switched
store.
off, and then you've got this huge virtual library of every console ever besides the GameCube, but you can't buy anything or re-download stuff you've already purchased. That sucks.
Yeah.
But
it will happen at some point.
One day. Yeah, one day.
It can't go on.
You're going to have to back it up. You know, you could have back it up onto a PC or something.
And that goes back to the why I love physical over digital.
Definitely.
Because I can go next door and I can grab my copy of a PlayStation 1 game and play it whenever I want.
And sometimes you don't even play the game. You just hold it like a baby and just look at the case.
Mostly.
And just go, oh, I've got this. You put it back down.
I want to buy display cases for some things.
Yeah.
It's stupid.
Yeah.
But I do.
But that's the same as change of the subject very slightly. I've just got the Mario 35th edition Game & Watch.
Yeah.
And it came, and I thought it would just be in a box.
Yeah.
It's not in a cardboard box. It's in a cardboard box surrounded by one of those like plastic hook hanging like things with Mario like graphics printed on it. And I'm like, I don't even want to open it. I don't want to slide it out of that nice little plastic. It's almost like a protector around the cardboard box.
I think they do it because they think there's going to be an element of people that want to just put this on a shelf and keep it there.
Exactly.
Never turn it on.
I want to open it. I want to turn it on, but at the same time, I don't.
Is it just Super Mario Brothers?
It's got loads of stuff on it. It's got Super Mario. It's got Super Mario Brothers, Super Mario Brothers, The Lost Levels, so never before on anything like that. It's all like backlit and all that kind of stuff. Good battery. Then it's got like a clock on it. Then it's actually got the Game & Watch stuff on it, but with Mario instead of the Game & Watch guy, I believe. And I think that's it. The new Zelda one that's coming out later this year, that's got more on it.
Yeah.
But it's still impressive. I still want to just touch it. Yeah.
It snuck up on me, the Game & Watch thing. Because obviously it's a hark back to it originally.
Yeah.
And I remember, I think my older sister had one.
Yeah.
So I remember it. It was rubbish.
Yes. Yeah.
Awful.
Yeah.
Like see-through screen.
Yeah.
I can see, like a proper LCD.
Yeah.
Like crystal display.
Yep. With a little blink, like sort of sound effects. That was about it.
Literally, that was it. And it was just a side scroller, I think.
Yeah, they sucked.
And it was one of those that was clearly not a side scroller. It was clearly where the level was moving.
Yes.
Do you know
the character stayed in the same place on screen. Yeah.
It was awful. But I had this kind of nostalgia love for it.
Yeah, me too.
And then this whole thing crept up. It's like, oh yeah, obviously that's a great thing to
Definitely.
Anyway, yeah. So PS5, despite all the shortages, is going to outperform
everything else. And you know who's going to have them? All the scalpers.
CX.
Yeah. So basically, it's going to outperform and be the best sold console ever to scalpers. So basically, if you're listening and you want a PS5, don't buy them from scalpers. Let them sit on all these PS5s.
Let them lose money on it.
Then they won't get. Then they will be forced to drop the price.
Totally agree with that.
They have to, because without demand, there's no. Yeah.
So they've bought them all at cost price, and they're hoping to sell it for like
2-3 times the price. Yeah.
I've seen them £800, which is obscene.
Yeah.
It's so crazy that there was a while I got desperate, and now I've given up on this idea. But I got desperate, and I was seeing them for like 600, and I was like, that's actually a fair price considering. And I'm like, no, what am I doing?
Yeah, what am I saying? Yeah.
It's second hand. It's more expensive.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
Yeah.
So if we influence anyone at all, just don't buy them.
Yeah, just don't
just
do
wait.
Yeah.
Get it new, get it shiny, get it direct from Sony.
Exactly. And by the time that you will be able to buy one, you'll probably be able to get like a limited edition color or something.
They'll do an upgrade of some kind. And if there is any niggling issues with the version 1 version, they'll have sorted it out.
Yeah, and then you can buy mine and I'll buy the new one.
Yeah, for more. I suppose you'll sell it for 800.
Yeah, no, $799.
So buy yours from Andy and then don't buy them from anyone else.
Yes.
That's good.
I only have one though.